Welcome back to Spicy Manchester, where some people like it hot, but I like it extra spicy. Okay, today I have gone for another Indian. It's two kitchens in Heaton Chapel, which is in Stockport. Now, what I decided to order, a chicken chat and a chicken phaal. Now, if you know your Indian curries and that, you know that phaal's meant to be the hottest curry you can get from an Indian. So I'm going to try that today, see what the spice level is like, and I'll give you my verdict. So, okay, we'll go on to the chicken chat. I don't know if you can see, that's the chicken chat. And obviously you get it with their fried bread. Okay, so what we're going to do, just going to put this to one side, we're going to try the chicken chat first. Now, I've had a chicken chat before from, I can't remember which takeaway it was, and it was really nice. As you can see, if you can get it, don't want to drop it. A lot of shredded chicken, okay? It's pleasant. There's a little bit of flavour to it. I mean, you can see the onions and looks like it's spinach. And a few peppers and tomatoes. Let's try another a little bit more. Flavour wise, there's nothing, how can we say, there's nothing like stand out. There's not a lot of, there's flavour, but it's not a powerful flavour. It's like a pleasant flavour. Now, to me, I think it just needs that little bit more, and it's meant to be spicy, and it is, there's no spice at all. I can't taste any spice at all in it. Don't get me wrong, it's not unpleasant or anything like that. It's just, it's not, I won't even say it's bland. It's just, it just needs something else, a bit more depth to the flavour. I'm going to try it with a bit of the, is it chapati? Like I said, I'm not clued up on Indian bread and that. But we'll try a bit anyway. That actually brings out the flavour more. Having a bit of it, like say you meant to dip it in, actually brings a bit more flavour. Now, obviously, it's a fried bread, so my hands are quite greasy. But overall, yeah, with the bit of fried bread, it does come together quite nice. The flavour is a little bit better. Yeah, let me go a bit more with onions in. Believe it or not, I do think the bread does add that little bit more flavour to it. It does make it a little bit, well, a bit nicer. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying it's a horrible dish. It's just needs a bit more flavour to me, and it's no spice. It's meant to be spicy. I'm going to come back to that in a minute, and now I'm going to rate chicken phaal. See how hot this is. Like I said, if you watch my previous video, which I did, well, it was yesterday, I did the one chip challenge. Now, looking back at it, I lasted over 15 minutes, and it just died. There's just nothing left in there. There's no more spice. But when I first started, you could feel the burn, and that's meant to be the world's hottest tortilla chip with the Carolina Reaper. Now, the phaal is meant to have dried variety of the hot chilies. I think it's got like the ghost chili or the naga chili. It also has habaneros and the Scotch bonnet. And I think that's meant to give it a bit more flavour, you know, a bit more fruitiness to it. Now, I've never had this before. I thought I'd go for pilau rice, but vegetable pilau rice. And what you can see in it is these onions, these green beans, this sweet corn, this carrot. So we're going to have a try and see what the spice level's like. Now, I say it's a chicken phaal I've ordered. I mean, the size of the chicken, let's say, let me just show you. That's the size of the chicken, so it is quite big. I mean, that's the actual dish. It looks okay. It's quite thick sauce, so let's try a bit of the chicken. That's probably a bit too big, the chicken. Let's just break it down a bit more. Right, and I'll try a bit with some of the rice and that. Let's see what the heat level is. Yeah, the heat's coming through. No, I'm actually quite disappointed. Like, this heat that it's starting to come through a bit more. No, well, like I said, I'm going to try a bit more. I'm going to try a bit more with the sauce. Because it might, yeah, to me, if it's meant to be the hottest Indian curry you can get at Farm, I've had hotter than this. I've had ones with the ghost chilies, like your devil naggers and whatever, you know what some Indians call it. And they were a lot hotter than this way. My eyes were streaming, nose were running. This, and I don't know if it's just two kitchens takeaway that they just don't seem to do the spice as much. Because like I said, that's my spice and there was no spice in it. So let's just try a bit more sauce. It's actually quite disappointing. Not as in flavour wise, the flavour's okay. I mean, the problem you get with hot curries, you just tend to go for the heat and no flavour. Now, yeah, I don't think this is even a foul rating. I mean, it's actually disappointing in my eyes. It's actually quite not mild. It is hot, but it's not what it says on the tin, which is the Indian's hottest curry, and yeah, it's a bit disappointing actually. Taste wise though, yeah, I mean portion size, it's not a bad portion. There was a few big chunky chicken with the sauce. You got a lot of sauce with it, which is good. It's a small rice, but it's enough for one person. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to eat this now, and then I'll give you my review at the end of it, and give you my insight. Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I can't remember if I said this at the beginning. I actually had it delivered today. I wanted to see what the delivery side was, and they did say 44 minutes. And true to the word, it was around about 42 minutes. Do you know what I mean? They weren't far off the time, so can't follow on the delivery time. So yeah, I'm going to go now. I'm going to take away, and then we're going to eat this, and then I'll give you my review afterwards. Okay? Here it is, my review of two kitchens in Heaton Chapel, Stockport. Right, I am disappointed in it, really. Now, I thought I'd try and rate it on the delivery side as well today. Like I said previously in the video before. Now, I ordered it and it's estimated 44 minutes. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. And like I said, they were pretty much bang on time with that, so can't fault them for the delivery time. The meal came, it wasn't hot, but it wasn't cold. It was warm. Now, it's not that far from the takeaway to my house, so it might have been he's had to go to, drop off at other places first, so it wasn't roasted hot when it came here. But nevertheless, it wasn't too bad. You can still eat it at that. So, like I said, I ordered normal chicken chap. The food, well, like I said, you saw that it was loads of shredded chicken. Now it's completely different to the one I had last time. And yeah, it just didn't. It needed more flavour. It wasn't bad. Like I said, it wasn't bad. It was just ordinary, should I say? It was just an ordinary meal. It had some flavours, but there weren't anything standing out, if you know what I mean. It just needed a little bit more in depth in the flavours. The fried bread, I'm going to call it fried bread because I'm not sure what it's called. That's my fault. I need to probably do research on that. As you can tell, very greasy because it's fried. But when you added that to it, it gave it a bit more flavour. Now, I know you're supposed to do that. Now, to me, the fried bread shouldn't make the flavour. You should have the flavour already, and the fried bread's just an added accomplishment to it. But yeah, how can I rate it? If I was to rate it out of 10, I'd only probably say 5.5. And it's not a reflection of it being bad, it's just ordinary. So going on to the chicken fowl I had. Now, like I said, I got it with vegetable pilau rice. It was a small little tray, but it's enough for one person. You can see the vegetables in it. I saw green beans, onion, carrots, sweet corn. It is what it is. You know, it adds a little bit of flavour. And I added it with the chicken fowl. Now, like I said, the chicken fowl is meant to be the hottest curry you can get from an Indian. Or it used to be the hottest curry you can get from an Indian. Now, I've not had a fowl in a long time. And I usually go for meh when it comes to spice. You know, ones with more naggy chilies in it. Or the ghost chili, whichever you want to call it. And they usually are hot. And it's usually have a lot of flavour, so I've always gone for them. Now, I can't remember last time I had a fowl. It must have been, oh wow, 16 years ago, probably. And to say disappointed, yeah, I was disappointed. There's heat, but I'll even be honest, I've had gel phrases hotter than this fowl. Now, I can't say it being the actual fowl itself. It's, you know, Two Kitchens takeaway. They just don't seem to have the spice, the heat to it. So it's quite disappointing. You know, the size of the chicken were quite big, but there was overcooked. It's quite dry, which, yeah, it wasn't pleasant, should I say. The sauce was thick. It was okay. Basically, yeah, it was nothing stand out with Two Kitchens with this meal. I'm not saying the other meals they do are going to be bad, but this particular dish that they got that lacked flavour really, and definitely lacked spice. Like I say, the chicken chat's meant to be spiced. I didn't even taste any spice in it. Now the fowl, like I said, it's meant to have the ghost chili, the naggy chilies in it. With habaneros and Scots bonnet. It's meant to have a variety of all the hot chilies you can get to give it that in-depth intensity of, you know, the burn. And it wasn't. I mean, to be fair, my son, who's 16, said, "Can I try a bit?" And he even said, "It's not that hot." And that's come from my 16-year-old son. Now, be fair, he does like some spice as well, but he's not on the level I am. But even he said it wasn't hot. So yeah. Thumbs down for it really. Actually, I couldn't go off cleanliness because I didn't go to the takeaway or anything like that. But going over the whole of it, spice level, actually fowl's meant to be right at the top of the Scoville. And I put it just slightly above half. It wasn't spicy at all. Like I said, I'm disappointed. Sounds bad, but yeah, I was disappointed in the dish. And I can only say it's probably to do with the takeaway itself, because I could probably go to another takeaway and ask for a fowl again, and it being, you know, the intensity of the heat being really, really intense. But yeah, I can't rate it that much. So overall rating, so if we did it on a scale of 1 to 5, the takeaway, being with the food, quantity, spice, flavour, I'll give it a 3, which, yeah, I don't like giving low ratings, but yeah, I'd give it a 3 because it just doesn't say what it's supposed to say, you know, exactly on the tin, as they call it. And yeah, I'm not going to even go on about it anymore. I'm just going to say, you know, I'm going to end it there and try somewhere else next week. So on that note, like I say, if you can, you know, like my video and give me some feedback if you can on other places you might rate where, oh well, I've been and I've had a foul at this other takeaway and it's really hot. You know, put a comment down for me please, and let me go and try this. And yeah, if you can subscribe to my channel, like I say, I'm new at this, I'm trying to build it up. So I'd appreciate if you can subscribe and, you know, let me build up my channel and help other people around the Greater Manchester area, Stockport area on finding their perfect takeaway, their perfect spicy takeaway. So on that note, thank you for joining me. It's Spicy Manchester, where some people like it hot, but I like it extra spicy. Join me next week. Thank you.